How you doing, guys? We're heading into round 14, and this is a video where we go through what I would do if I was in your situation, going through some strategy around your team. Sorry in advance for some of the quality of pictures. It's a very wide one, this one, so yeah, harder to see, but thank you, Tyson, for sending this one in. Ranked 3,500 overall, 7 trades remaining with 300k in the bank, so that is very upsetting, but yeah, thank you for the love. Trusting your process and finally paid off. It sure did, and hopefully can continue that way. But you and your situation, mate, 7 trades. What's going on? I think looking at this straight out, I'd be using 1 trade and using the 300k. So looking to get a good edge cover this week. Not ideal using my centers in the edge, and also worry about Nico's minutes going forward. Okay, let's have a look at this. So you got Manu and Billy Smith in there, which works out good. On the bench there, Harrison Edwards, Hopgood, Ponga, Greg, and Ben Trbojevic are out. So yeah, you'd be looking at 17 if everyone backs up, and that is the hope. In terms of your 300k available, your general thoughts are Nikorima to Oluwapu, Freo Cash and buy cover, Smith to Isaiah Papali'i, keeper edge. Okay, so you sitting which Smith? Billy Smith? Yeah, look, it's something that you could definitely do. And look, I'd probably do it. Yeah, you bring Lemuelu back. I think you need to get Bird out, though. I think you just go Bird straight out, to be honest with you, mate. I know you sent this a little bit early, I believe. So, yeah, Bird, just go straight to one of those gun edges and leave Billy Smith as it is. You got to leave the rest of the team as it is. Greg, Ponga, Hopgood, all solid ones to hold. The rest of the guys are doing a good job, and you're just really hoping this week that everyone backs up. But Bird to Isaiah Papali'i is the play. I'd be leaving it that most likely, mate. And if you do want to upgrade someone, then Cody Nikorima up to another gun is the other great option. You could do another gun edge if you like. Yeah, that might be the play. So if you're going to use 2, then that would be it. But I really think you need to hold over the next couple of weeks. So maybe 1 this week. Obviously Bird up would take a little bit of that salary away. But if you want to do 2 of them, and that's okay as well. But yeah, really need to hold next week, I'd say. Maybe make 1 or 2 in 16. And then 1 or 2 in like 19 gets you to that 0, I'd say, by that point. So yeah, thanks for sending in. Thanks for love. We've got a team here, 42,927. So not ideal overall, but is a head-to-head player, so it doesn't matter too much. But obviously, you know, where you're at with your trades at 12 and also your team value is something that we need to be focusing on in this video and this team. So head-to-head first year play here is just trying to compete and push my ranks in my own league. Good stuff. Very happy that you are playing it, and thank you for sending your team in and being a part of this awesome community. Want to trade out Bird, min 2 play, yeah, it'll be 3 weeks out there, and Tafade to players that will play in round 16 at the least. So yeah, beautiful there. What are you looking at so far this week? Preston, Oluwapu, Little or Turpin, Garrick or Drinkwater, and then Lukey or Hosking. Definitely, things to think about there. In terms of those type of guns, I don't know. I think for you at the moment, as you said, just getting rid of Bird, being able to do a straight swap is probably the ideal one. You do have KO Weeks, Ben Trbojevic, and Tafade and Hutchison as sort of your cheap guys. So yeah, I completely agree with trying to get some more playing players that are actually going to do okay. So maybe it's removing Bird and going down to a little bit of a cheaper option, and then bringing one of those cheaper guys up to like an Ockenbaugh or a Jake Turpin. I think would be a great one for your side, considering you've got Grant as your only hooker, and if he doesn't back up, then you're missing out on points in that hooking position. So I think Turpin going up from a Ben Trbojevic, I think Tafare, these types of guys are going to be the better play for your side to then go down a little bit from Bird to someone that little bit cheaper. Either obviously in your centers is what you're going to need, so a slightly cheaper center is going to work out okay for you there. So that's where I'd be looking at with with that position. You've obviously got Manu in there. You don't have Lemuelu at the moment. He's very expensive. He's going to be hard to get into your side. You didn't have really any other options there. Oh, so yeah, I do have Lem. He's in your edge. Okay, so yeah, maybe bring in like Eli Katoa. Could work out alright as your cheaper guy to then upgrade one of your cheaper fellas here to be able to get to that guy you want. So that's kind of the play in this side, and that's what I'd be looking at. Thank you for sending that in. We've got the lovely team that gets sent his team and a lot of the team name there. I won't read it out this time. You can have a good read. I've definitely read it out a few times before, but 2,800 overall. Sitting with 14 trades, 56 in the bank. Thank you for the congratulations, making the top 100. Appreciate it. Thinking Bird and Miller are the clear sells. That's correct. Is it the right play to sell both of them? Yes. And you can get 2 guns from that with your 56k in the bank, which is awesome. Miller to... Well, you don't really need a wing fullback, do you? So you got Buller. Yeah, I'd be looking away from centers, I think. Yeah, you've got Alamotti as well. So I'd be looking away from centers and wing fullbacks. So that leaves you an option to potentially go pretty hard in another position. You could get a secondary hooker, if you like. That's a solid one. You've got some thoughts here. Karaz or a Sharks back, Bird to round 16 hooker. Yes, so yeah, potentially going for a secondary hooker, as I said, like a Turpin could be an interesting one, but that's obviously a cheap guy. You could get a cheap guy in and then upgrade a little bit on the other side, and then leave some cash in the bank for trades next week. That's something for sure. Jayden Okunbor, obviously a solid one, like we have mentioned in previous videos. Or he has cover with Bullard. It's not necessary to get Okunbor, and I think it would be a risk. So for you, not really an option. Either you can go to 2 guns, yeah, whichever hooker you want. Obviously, someone that plays around 16 would be ideal. Yeah, but that's where like Turpin comes into it. But yeah, there's not really any other great ones unless you want Robson in your side who has a bye next week. Up to you on that one. You're not going to pick Jeremy Marshall-King. You're not going to pick Damien Cook if you want that 16. So yeah, think about that right now. Currently have 9 for round 16, excluding Miller, and 11 for round 19. Yeah, try and keep your round 19 number around that 9, 10. 8, 9, 10 would be fine. But otherwise, really focus on 16. You have 9 currently. Try and get that to 10 or 11 this week, which you would with some of your trade outs. Obviously, Miller's not ideal. Bird, not ideal. Glad that you've got Moses and Hopgood. Oluwapu already. That's all good news there. So yeah, kind of just around my general thoughts on those 2, trading them out. Maybe go down and then upgrade the other one, or just go double upgrade to 2 guns is going to be a great play also. So either one is going to work out great. Thank you for sending your team in. All right. Hey Jamie, insert compliment, e.g. guns, content, love your work, etc. Appreciate it. Happy with how things are going, but starting to use more trades than I like. Yep, that's how it works, unfortunately. With your trades currently at 10. Okay, so Bird, Dunster, Kiraz, Bateman. Yeah, it works out. You get rid of a cheapie that sucks and is not playing for a guy that does, and that's just going to help you not make as many trades along the way. So I'm personally thinking of removing Tommy Talau out of my team. And for the rest of this buy period, I won't have to trade as heavy during that time because I will be able to have an extra guy that can slot in rather than having to worry about Tommy Talau and him not being a player or him being a terrible score. I have all guys that can do a job in the side, which is exactly what we want. I'm liking how I'm placed apart from round 16 mid cover. Yeah, which seems to be the hardest part for sure. Thank you for putting that table there on the right. Horsburgh, Totola, Hopgood will play mid. You've got plenty of edges, which is good. So mid-range, obviously Fainu is an option for next week if you're looking at that. In terms of mids, it's very, very difficult. So I would look closer to round 15 or 16 before making your mid decisions. We saw a lot of people that kind of prepared too early and then they got butchered in round 13. So I think you can wait with that mid position being really tough. Next week with Fainu gets you 1, and then you only need 1 in round 16. So that would work out really, really well. I don't really want to spend 4 trades on round 16 to just trade them all out again for the players I had in 15. Exactly right. So just wait until 16 to potentially make that one there. 451 overall rank is awesome work. So good stuff. I think you just a cop loss that week and focus on trades from 19 and beyond. Yep, definitely. That's where Fainu could just work out as like that cash down, make you a little bit of cash potentially, but be a scorer in 16, which would be great. And then was originally playing Okunbor, but feels a bit punty. Yeah, I completely agree with that. It's a little bit of a tough slog to make that decision. Won't need for 16 though. Yeah, well, if you don't, then it's probably not worth the punt, I would say. And yes, up the wires there. So good luck with your squad, mate. I think the 2 trades you did are great, and then make that mid-section decision a little bit later. 824 for this team. Second year, you have been a great help. Thank you very much. You've done great. Awesome work there. 9 trades remaining, though, is a little bit of a worry. I'm sitting 11 and I'm worried, so I would be worried with your 9 there. You obviously got your squads there in on the little table there, which is a very, very good way of doing it. Thank you. Hey, Jamie, how about them Queenslanders? Yep, that was a good win, that's for sure. Currently not in a bad spot over the bye period, just a few iffy parts in round 16. Have 10 people currently around for 16 with the look to trade in a couple more. Very good news. Ideas to do the following trades. Host to Turpin. Good. Nikorima to Edwards. Ooh. I don't really like Edwards, to be honest with unless it's Dylan. Is that Dylan Edwards? 114 host down to Turpin. Nikorima to Edwards. I don't think that is. I'm assuming you can't do that. If it's Harrison Edwards, I don't really like it. If it's Dylan Edwards, sure, but I think you'd have to do Bird to Edwards. Just wondering your thoughts on timing on trades above and whether trading Bird is the right call. Bird trading out Bird is the correct call. If we go for Bird to keep a mid, I'll have around 900k after trades with Turpin and Edwards. Yeah, so I'm assuming that's Harrison Edwards. I would avoid Harrison Edwards at this point, mate. I just don't think that he's going to get the minutes available. With guys coming back next week, Luke Thompson around the corner, I just don't see it happening, but it could work out. I just don't see it working out perfectly. Was it worth keeping Bird through? No, just trade out Bird. Probably just do the 2 trades this week with your 9. I wouldn't go for 3. I think that's silly. Host and Bird out. Get rid of the Nicarima to Edwards trade and get that mid that you're looking at that you want. But you do have Horsburgh, Harris, and DeBellin at the moment, so it's not obviously a must. And you've got decent edges as well, with Hopgood to come back next week. So think of those next week as well, what next week's team's going to look like, and then make your decision from there. I think we've got 3 to go, guys, so thanks for sticking around. I appreciate it. I haven't asked you to hit like and subscribe. If you're still someone who hasn't subscribed, come on, get around it. Haven't done that in a long time. It doesn't seem to do anything, I don't think. I think if people want the content, they're going to subscribe anyway. 527 overall rank. Loving the content, thank you. Have 14 trades remaining, 210 in the bank. That is great news. Unfortunately, dropped about 120 ranks last week, as I had to play 11 and brought in Garrick, and he didn't do too well. Yeah, 39 was fine. But yeah, 11's not going to help. Would love your thoughts on what I can do. Potential trade outs: Haas, Bird, Talau, Smith. Who's Smith? Billy Smith? Oh, come on, man. He had one bad week. Give him a chance. But yeah, he's definitely a potential trade out. CNK, Manu, Bateman, IPAP trade in. So do you need an edge? Yes. Could you go Bird straight to Papali'i or Bateman? Flip a coin. Watch that previous video if you haven't yet, and make your decision on Bateman or IPAP. I am kind of leaning to either one. Eli Katoa is another option as well. So yeah, Bird to one of those straight up. And then you could upgrade Talau to Turpin. I know you didn't mention him. You could upgrade Talau to CNK if you want to do that. You can try and get Manu through Alamotti, I think, if you do that trade. Bird, extra 200k. Ooh, that might be tight. You might have to go Eli Katoa from Bird, and then you'd be able to go Alamotti straight up to Manu. That sounds pretty cool. Billy Smith straight up to Manu. That would be easier at 460k. Pick one of those 2. I think that'll work well. Buller will come into wing fullback. Yeah, you look like you have enough for this week, which is cool. So yeah, Bird to Ellie or whatever you want to do. And then, actually, you'd be fine, actually. If you went Bird to Bateman, Billy Smith to Manu, that could work. Or, yeah, Bird down, Alamotti up. Either one of those works. 2 more to go. Jamie, loving the content. Trying to work out where to go from here. Sitting at just under 5k. Pretty low on trades at 9. Predator trade outs. Jacob Host, I think his time has come. Yep. Jack Bird. Yeah, I think he's a hold man. Sorry, a sell man. Up to you. Week's failed experiment wasn't worth keeping for round 13. He will play 16 as well, and he likely plays 15 now with Tommy not being there. So I think he's a hold. He's too cheap anyway. To trade into Manu, feel bad after trading out this year. Yeah, he was a hold, obviously, considering now that he's back 14, which we expected. John Bateman getting consistent scores now and decent ceiling. I agree. Bateman is a solid pickup, but 337k in the bank. Host straight to Bateman works. How do you get Manu? Bird straight to Manu. Lock it in. 2 trades. Done. Very exciting. And one last thing. Queenslander. Yeah. Bloody Scoop got us at the end. If you haven't watched the end of the last video yet, Scoop got me in that one too. So very, very painful. Lock in those 2 trades, mate. I'm glad you've got your setup there in the bottom. Last one. Troll Mid, brother. 1867 overall rank. 11 trades left. Has used 1 this week already. Host to Oloapu, Bird to Paps. So Oloapu is in there, it looks like already. Bird to Isaiah Papali'i is great, but obviously just remember, guys, you have Lukey and Preston who are around 16 players. So keep that in mind when you're making that decision, as well as Hopgood, who you'll slot in the mid section, obviously. But those 2 trades are good. The rest of your team is looking solid. 160 in the bank. Before those trades, had to rush this. No, I appreciate it, man. I think it's pretty simple trades for you. Granville, hopefully you can get big minutes out of him. Again, just be aware of the edge position and you getting a 3rd guy in to that's not going to be playing in 16. We won't be able to score for you in 16, which would be the painful one. But yeah, good luck this week, guys. I wish you all the best of luck. Trades will be coming out tomorrow morning. So will this one. This will be coming out in the morning, making this on Thursday. And then trades will be a couple hours after this. So good luck with that. And see you later.